Hello everybody, welcome to the I Am IT YouTube channel. My name is Shabazz Dart, and in case you have forgotten, I am the IT geek, the one and only. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today we are back on the book reviews. Today I'm reviewing the Microsoft Cybersecurity Architect SC-100 exam. And this is the third time I'm Dwayne Natwick book. Dwayne is a good friend of mine. I've done the SC-300 series with Dwayne on my channel, so you'll know him very well. So again, this is a Dwayne Natwick book. It's his third book as well that I've had the pleasure of doing. And again, I'm going to be using the Packt portal to do this review. So again, it's not, as you can see by the book, it's not like it's not a very thick book. It's again a standard size, I would say, for an exam prep book. Covers everything you need. But if we look at sort of the preface, look at who's the book for first of all. Cybersecurity professionals, security engineers, architects, security architects, people within identity space. What it's not is for novices. So if you're just starting off on security, I do not recommend this book. It is the architect level exam as well. So you really need to do the sort of beginner level before. This is for administrators, people who have been in the industry and know security. And as we go down, again, it's got 11 chapters. And again, all these chapters here, they cover what Microsoft cover in their exam guidelines as well, so it covers all that. And again, looking at chapter 1, what is cybersecurity? Very straightforward, introductory sort of explanation there. But then I love the way Dwayne uses diagrams. He's done this in his other books, and again, I had the pleasure of technically reviewing a couple of his books, the SC-900, the SC-300. I was a technical reviewer, and I loved the way he mixed theory writing with diagrams. And this in itself is such a powerful diagram. It's so simple. And again, as we go further on, we keep on seeing more. Again, it's a very theory-based book, obviously, because the topic's very theory-based. And as we go along in the book, you'll see more diagrams. And again, from what I read, there's some labs as well as we'll go along. But one thing, again, that I would have liked to have seen is some questions at the end of each chapter, which is not covered, but I'll go into that in a second. As we go further into the book, so let's go to chapter 2, for example. We see the same sort of diagrams with theory, very theory based again, where more sort of diagrams, and this was a sort of theme throughout the book. And I think with it being sort of an architect level exam, if you think about an architect, it doesn't tend to do much configuration. It tends to be more designing and the sort of that sort of structure. So whereas the sort of administrator level books are much more configuring, so that's why you'll find probably more theory and diagrams and images in here. And again, such powerful, very simple image there, but so powerful, explains so much. Again, this is the theme throughout. And again, unfortunately, as you can see, if we go down left, no questions. So I was a bit disappointed because I again with exam prep questions books. Questions are so important. Practicing, testing whether or not you know the information you've just read. So I feel like it would have been nice having maybe 3 or 4 questions. But again, architects do a lot of diagrams. So again, having a diagram like this in here is so powerful and so relevant for an architect's exam. And again, this is a very similar theme. We go on to the designing and the sort of security operations strategy. Again, strategy is a topic. It's very hard to do labs around strategy or talk about strategy and doing labs. But what Dwayne does is he mixes it up and keeps you engaged through diagrams like this. Goes into more information around that diagram and mixes it up again. You'll notice you're not reading too. You're always, after you do a bit of reading, you get into another diagram to look. Okay, yeah, I understand that. And that's throughout the book. I think that's really important for a book. I really do, because personally, I find reading books a bit tedious, and I think I've said that in a lot of my videos. So having diagrams and labs is very helpful, and having questions as well. What Dwayne does do, though, and again, this is some, again, I'll go for some of the chapters shortly, but one thing I do want to point out is at the end, chapter 11 is a case study, which I think was a really very clever thing to it. Very different. I've not seen many exam books with a case study at the end, and also a mock exam, which I thought, I expected it towards the end, but I would have liked to see some questions in the middle. But a case study is very, very, again, very architecture focused. I think that's a very clever idea by Dwayne, if I'm honest. Very, very interesting sort of case study. Goes into designing for regulatory compliance. But then I just wanted to go down to the exam, and there's, I think, about close to 50, 60 questions, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so if we go down, 65 questions in total. And again, very, all multiple choice, and it's not going to be like, exams, conditions, or anything like that. Just testing, has what I read, is it relevant, and have I remembered it? So I really like that touch. And again, just looking at some of these other chapters, evaluating security posture. Again, great mixture of diagrams, images, just to help explain and keep you engaged as a reader. Just reading text after text after text can be so tiring. So I think Dwayne's done a really good job, and even some images from the actual portal as well, which I thought was really good. So very, very, again, really interesting book. I really enjoyed it. The 11 chapters, so it's not like long. And again, it's really going to help you in your prep for your SC-100 exam. I'm using it. I've kind of, obviously I've read the book once, but I am going to be reading it a couple of times to help me with my prep. I'm going to be using the questions as well. So yeah, great job by Dwayne again. I very highly recommend, if you are an architect in security or an engineer in security and you want that architecture sort of exposure and you want to pass the exam, this book's a no-brainer. You can get the link to in the description to where you can buy it from. I strongly recommend you buy it. Dwayne's your socials are also going to be in the description, as well will be mine. I'm cheekily going to put the link to my 2 books as well, because I am a publisher for myself, if you didn't know. So yeah, by all means, do check those out as well. So yeah, thank you for watching. I'm enjoying doing these tech book reviews. I've got another one coming up next week, so stay tuned for that. Well, thank you for watching. Give me a like, give me a comment, and please do subscribe. Why are you not subscribed? So thank you for watching. Until next time, goodbye.